part of this water bottle.
All right.
And you can do with this water bottle whatever you want to do.
What?
Put something in it.
Can I drink it?
If you want to. It doesn't matter.
But I should do something with it.
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Yeah, you should
I should do something.
put something in it, take something out. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I have a cup here.
Here's some. Is that some good garbage?
Wait a second. I got a cup here. I just gotta. I'm using it as a tripod. And
So I
so
was gonna say you use the straw.
it's going to help me actually because I needed this thing to be a little heavier. I need it to be a little heavier so it holds up this iPad better. So thanks. That's because I drunk all the Coke out of it.
Let me get my kit.
Yeah, I took a little water out. Should I do something else to it?
Yeah, I prefer you put something in it.
Okay. All right. So let me take this Reese cup wrapper here, and just like Alex does when we're fishing, he throws it right into the water.
So this is kind of, I'm going to show you, this is going to be like a stream of water flowing down. And usually at every stop it makes, something ends up in it, something different. I mean, I don't, it doesn't matter.
Don't put the car keys in there. There it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna fish with them with the house. I didn't whisper something. Oh God.
This is disgusting, Mr. Ward.
Well, that's what happens when you have disgusting
Now you should
students.
drink a little of it.
Take some.
And now, go to the other end. No, we can go this way, it doesn't matter.
It's not following the flow of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually one of the, we're actually going to cover that, because that's actually a part of the.
I got a bumper
Riparian
sticker.
water laws.
I got a bumper sticker, Mr. Word, that says, "Keep the earth clean. It's not Uranus." You get it?
You would do something like that.
Put a quarter in.
I'll treat it like
If I had a little toy ship, you know what I'm talking about? The big one, the ball.
Set the sail
You
up.
actually don't mention nothing to, you don't actually get beat up with it. But this way a stream usually works.
Yeah.
It makes its way through and ends up like this. And this guy actually wants to use it. Take your drink. Exactly. And what we need to be thinking about it is, this water is going to take a circle and end up back where it started. That's why we need to be treating our water. Because whoever's at the end is going to have to deal with that.
It was dinosaur pit.
It's a good thing I got some out on the very beginning, is it?
Yeah.
But you know, since I took some out, there wasn't as much there for them to use. I never got to them, so I still. No, I took some and put it in my tripod here. So I still messed it up by taking some away, didn't I? Because then there wasn't as much for everybody else.
I mean, that's your right. It was on your land. It's at your
Yeah.
domain, so you have the right to use the water as you see.
No, I didn't think anybody on the water.
Huh?
I don't think anybody owns the water, do they?
Technically, yeah. If it's in the state of Alabama, you do.
A while ago, Wiggly said you didn't.
You own the land.
That's on.
If you own the stream that runs through it, that section of
But this is a river.
Because
not a stream.
that's when it comes to a navigable waterway.
Yeah.
Can you
So,
take water out of it if you want to? You can't take
You
anything
can't
out of
use
it?
irrigation purposes, like you can't, like a farmer can't throw a pump into the Tennessee River and suck water out.
Well, the difference between a river and a stream.
How do you get permission to do that, or can you?
I don't know that you can get permission on a river like that, because it's, it's used
It's
for,
navigable.
it's navigable.
So it's actually
And it's used for like.
it's more state and federal
Yeah.
Right.
land. Per
If
se.
everybody starts doing that, it might not be navigable.
So we're going to start with water rights in the state of Alabama. You see riparian water laws. State of Alabama uses riparian water rights for its laws on water. They fall into 3 separate categories. Category used in Alabama is reasonable use. I'm going to get to the other 2 in a second. Reasonable use is under reasonable use, the owners of the land that the stream runs through is allowed to reallocate the water for use of livestock, water, milling, or manufacturing. And I know actually in the picture, Blake and Adam and Hank have actually seen this place. It wasn't up and running like this at the time, but The Weston Mill Dam in the valley. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Valley, Alabama?
No, in the valley.
In the
Collinsville,
valley.
Alabama.
Sand Mountain.
They call it,
That's
they,
right there
they call
at,
this one the Valley too.
That's right there at the hill, ain't it? The cemetery?
Yeah.
Red Hill?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Got a one-lane bridge going over it.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
But, so that's your definition for reasonable use, is you're allowed to reallocate the water. And then the other laws, like prior appropriation, which is what Alex was talking about earlier, which is predominant in most western states. Mississippi actually uses a mix of predominant and the reasonable use. Hawaii uses reasonable use, and Alaska actually uses prior appropriation. And then, so there's a few other states that actually have a mix of the two, but those are the ones that stick out the most. Prior appropriation is gives the water right to whoever first puts the water to a beneficial use. So
There's probably plenty of unclaimed water in Alaska, wouldn't you say?
yeah, it's just difficult to get to it. All that ice. And then you have natural flow, which was a past water law. It's faded in most areas due to the growing population. Because with natural flow, you can't deviate the way the water runs. So therefore, you wasn't able to use it for irrigation projects or commercial enterprise, just because it just changes the water's natural flow. And then we have eminent domain. Under the Commerce Clause, Congress holds power over navigable waters, which would be like building a dam, which is kind of like what Blake was talking about earlier.
Can I say something? Do you know that the dams in North Alabama, on the Tennessee River in the Florence area, Muscle Shoals like area, one of them was built in 1932, already 60 years past what they thought it was going to be used, and it's still being used. And the other ones were started in, I think, 38. That's just crazy that I think that they're approaching 80 years old now.
Yeah, and still
On the,
being
Yeah.
useful.
on the Coosa River, where you ever been rafting,
Yeah.
where you put in that dam right there,
Mhm.
between there and, look, is that Jordan? Yeah, it is Jordan Dam. Right there, Jordan Dam. That was the largest extinction ever of Tulatoma magnifica. Of the
Okay.
snail. It's the largest extinction of any type of living species. Happened right there.
One more thing on
The
that.
largest extinction.
Yeah,
Can you define the largest extinction?
Our largest populations.
yeah, largest population of one thing gone.
Oh.
It's called Tulatoma magnifica.
Since the dinosaurs, of course.
Oh, yeah. Dinosaurs all went.
You put a dam up, and there's like hundreds of things that go on the
The
endangered
Tulatoma
list
magnifica
the next
raised the
year.
water stage. Oh, yeah, because they forgot.
It's pretty crazy.
But
Fish.
back on topic, under eminent domain, which, like I said, if the government sees that it could be useful in another way, just like we talked about somebody coming in and taking your land, they can do the same with your water. If they see that your water could be used as a source for a treatment area or something like that, they can come in and put one in. But just like with land, they also have to, because of the Fifth Amendment, they can't just take it. They have to pay you fair market value for the land and whatever land they're going to use, plus the water rights of the land. And
Mr. Word, you tell me what legally cognizable water rights are?
once you show that you own the water rights, like he said in a deed earlier, based on like mineral rights, if it showed that you are the owner of the water rights.
That's cognizable.
Yeah.
And what's the Fifth Amendment? Is that the one about guns?
No.
That's the second.
Yeah.
That's threatening to bear arms. Larry the cable guy told you that.
Fifth Amendment limits power of the state and federal government.
Means they
Which
own
one
it
you-
all.
Yeah, the harbor.
Like, you talking about, eminent domain, whatever, like, that's how TDA did all that. And like, some of my great relatives or whatever on like farm where the Tennessee River is.
It's now flooded.
Well, yeah, but like, they didn't get no money, like, they went bankrupt or whatever, and like, they sold it, but then the people that bought it from them, like, they made a lot of money from, cause they own like, the whole, I mean, like, the big portion.
You seen Deliverance?
Yeah.
That's what happens in that movie. They flood the whole area. There's
Oh,
some
brother,
other,
where art thou?
there's some other
Yeah.
things.